Change those lights. Ooh, that's cute. Oh, I like that. We doing fat. Hi. Hi, everybody. That one's nice. We're going to keep it on that one. Hi, everybody. Hi, Michelle. Hey, Lindy. What's going on? How you feeling? How's everyone feeling today? How's everyone feeling today? How y'all feeling? Oh, let me get some tea. Y'all got y'all tea? For Juneteenth, the tea is on sale, so you better go get it because this is the last batch. This is the last batch of the teas because I'm not going to keep dealing with all the problems of shipping this from Australia. So this is the last batch until we find another one that's in the country. So I don't have to deal with all that custom stuff. Okay. Put your blood type in the comments. Rod, what is your blood type? You've never said what your blood type is. I'm so healthy because of you that I can't stand myself. Not can't stand myself. You got to brag today. Girl, it makes me feel like it is all worth the drama. What's up, Focus Mind? How you doing? You O's. You don't know. Sir, how do you not know your blood type? How do y'all have doctors and don't know y'all blood type? I'm trying to figure this out. The most basic thing about every human is your blood type. Like that is the most basic. It don't matter how much you love me. I need you to love you. I need you to love you. So if you do not know your blood type, please go to Amazon and get the home test. Cost you about $10. The Eldon blood typing kit. You'll find out in 5 minutes what your blood type is because your doctor is not going to tell you. Okay. Your doctor's not going to tell you. Your doctor only tells you if you are pregnant. Your obstetrician might tell you, or if you're about to have surgery, or if you have to have a transfusion. Those are the only ways they tell you. Other than that, doctors are not paid to tell us what our blood types are. So your doctor ain't going to do shit for free. Isn't that nice to know that your doctor's not going to do anything for you for free? Hell, the stuff they do for you, they don't do stuff for you now, and you still got to pay them. Y'all be walking out the same way y'all came into the doctor's office, and you still got to pay them, which is crazy to me. But anywho, blood type O, where you at? You're up. Okay. One of the most, make sure you guys share the live. Let me go share it. Let me go share it with some people. Hold on a minute. Let me do it. I ain't going to ask y'all to do something that I ain't going to do myself. So let me go ahead and send out some invite. Boom. Okay. Hey, what's up? Let's address check messages. Okay. Well, I ain't checking nothing until you tell me what your blood type is. We got nothing to talk about till you know what your blood type is. I said what I said. We got nothing to talk about till you figure out what your blood type is. Okay? Listen, let's talk about the number one thing that most of y'all are dealing with, and that is be positive. My son is be positive. Whew. I hope you don't eat chicken. Just serious question. Do you eat chicken? I'm just curious. You eat chicken as a blood type B? Curious. Just a heads up. If you are a blood type B, I need you to stop eating chicken today, because chicken will kill you, literally. If you are a blood type B or a blood type AB, chicken will kill you. Okay? We'll get into the chicken in a minute. But right now, let's talk about high blood pressure. I always share the wife, and I'm going to figure this out real fast when I get my glasses. Listen, you're blood type O meat eater. Aren't you lucky? Aren't you lucky? Blood type O and blood type B, y'all some lucky mofos. Okay. Stop since I got the book and the foods list. Good. Please don't. Okay. So the number one issue that most of you guys are dealing with is high blood pressure. And this is why I go over the high blood pressure thing before I start talking about the individual blood types, because this is the main thing most of the people are dealing with. Doesn't that make y'all wonder about the reason people's blood pressure is so high? Because if the doctor is telling you that your blood pressure is high from stress, that means every single person is just stressed out beyond belief. Okay. And then for them to tell you that you should not be eating salt because your blood pressure is high because you eat salt on your food, which is a complete lie. Okay. The reason that your blood pressure is high is because you eat carbohydrates. Okay. Every single carbohydrate that you eat turns into sugar. At the root of your high blood pressure problems is sugar, not salt. The body needs salt. The body needs sodium. If the body needs sodium so bad, why would the doctor tell you not to have sodium? Do you know that your blood pressure will stay elevated if you do not have enough sodium in your system? And your doctor knows that. So ask yourselves, why is it that my doctor is telling me to stop consuming something that is vital to the functionality of my body? Because if your blood pressure is normalized, then he loses a customer. And his entire paycheck depends on you remaining stable. There's no incentive for your doctor to help you get off of the meds. There's no incentive. Okay? Which I have to keep pushing this to you guys, simply because we have all been brainwashed into believing that these are good people. When in all actuality, their entire industry is built on sick people. Sick, dying, and ignorant people. When I say ignorant, it means you don't know what's happening. You're just ignorant to what is going on. Okay? We lose nearly 1 million people every single year under a doctor's care. The number 3 way of becoming unalive in America is doctor error. The number 3 way of dying is because your doctor made a mistake. That's scary to me. Okay. And these people can unalive you and get up and go right back to work the next day, which is, they're not going to jail. No one's suing them. No one's even confronting them. You're just accepting that your relative is now gone because this man didn't know how to fix him. Okay. The underlying issue as to why people have high blood pressure is insulin resistance. Okay. Never in history have we consumed as much sugar as we are consuming today. today. Okay. All of these processed foods that you guys are eating turns into sugar in your body. Okay. That is what is making you insulin resistant. When your blood cells can no longer accept the insulin that is in your bloodstream, now this insulin is just flowing around in your arteries and veins. And when that happens, it causes your arteries and your veins to constrict. So now your arteries and your veins are getting smaller and smaller because all of this insulin is in your bloodstream, but not in your red blood cells. That constriction puts pressure on your heart, and that is what sends your blood pressure up. So think about a water hose. I'm giving you an image here. Okay? Think about a water hose. And that water hose gets tangled up. And now there's just a trickle on this side, and all of this pressure is building up on the other side. Or if you just bend it, if you just bend the water hose, all of this pressure is going to build up over here, and then the water is going to trickle out on the other side. That's what is happening to your arteries and veins when you are consuming carbohydrates. So your blood pressure is because of what you are eating. Hi. Okay. That's what's happening. Hey, Joellen, how you been? I ain't seen you in a minute. So what's the solution? Stop eating carbohydrates. I mean, it's literally that simple. It could all be so simple, but we'd much rather make it hard, right? The solution to your high blood pressure is to stop eating carbohydrates. How come your doctor didn't tell you that? Why did your doctor put you on a medication to control your blood pressure, but didn't tell you to stop eating the food that's raising your blood pressure? Well, doctors don't study food. Why not? I didn't go to medical school, but I studied food. What's your doctor's excuse? Let's go even further. Why is it that they don't teach about food in allopathic medical schools? Because they don't want you to cure yourself. They want to sell you petroleum-based drugs. 97% of all the doctors in America are allopathic medicine doctors. That's what MDs are. They are never going to tell you to treat your body with any type of food, herbs, plants, spices, or teas, which is what we have for centuries been using to stay healthy or to get healthy. And rest. Let's just add rest to the list. Before 1903, all these centuries, humans have been on Earth with no medical doctors. We've had healers, right? But in 1903, John D. Rockefeller decided, I want to have something to do with this petroleum that's running off on this oil that I've been drilling. Let me create something that I can make even more money off of. And petroleum-based prescription drugs were introduced. He funded all of the medical schools. And then they outlawed natural cures. To this day, you cannot even say cure. People will go to jail. Why do y'all think Dr. Sebi was, y'all know I'm not a Dr. Sebi fan. Y'all know that. Okay. But why do y'all think he was always in and out of court? Because he went and said he had a cure for something. Whether he had a cure or not is irrelevant. Okay. The reason that doctors are not allowed, and the reason supplementation companies and all these other companies cannot say anything that they have is going to cure you. because our government has outlawed anything that cures you. You can't even say you got something that's going to cure you, because the entire racket is us getting sick from the food they're selling us. So the only protection that you have, the only little bit of protection that you have, is at least knowing your blood type and knowing what not to put in your body. Because as it stands in this country, everything is about future illness. What you do today is going to be a future illness. Hey, Kevin, what you eat today is going to be a future illness. What you don't do today is going to be a future illness. Your kids' future illnesses. They have planned this shit out for generations. The reason that we think that it's a natural thing for you to be on prescription drugs as you age is because that's what has been taught to us. That aging brings along illness, and it doesn't. Okay? So back to the topic. Do you need a sidekick? Because I know I've been telling people the same thing you are saying for years. People won't listen. They are under a spell. I don't need a sidekick. You're just a person. You can do what I'm doing. Okay? I don't need a sidekick for you to learn this stuff and for you to spread the word. Every person that you talk to is not going to respond to you. Y'all have to listen. Y'all have to stop going into this thing with expectations. If your motivation for telling someone about eating according to their blood type is their positive response, you should stop today. If the only reason you're motivated to tell somebody that you love them is so they can say it back to you, you shouldn't say it. If your only reason for giving someone something is to get something in return, you shouldn't give it. When I come on here to give you information and then I get off. I have no expectations that you're going to do anything. That would drive me crazy. This is why it drives y'all crazy. Because y'all think that you're going to go to your family and tell them, oh, you should, this is what I learned how to eat according to your blood type. And this is a boop, boop, boop. And then you're expecting them to stop what they're doing and then start doing what you tell them to do. That's never going to happen. I'm going to tell you the main reason it's never going to happen. Because your family has watched you start and stop something several times. Your family has watched you be very gung-ho, especially if you're a blood type B or blood type AB. Your family has watched you be very gung-ho about something, and then 2 weeks later, you done forgot what it was you were talking about. How many times have you started a business? How many times have you joined a network marketing business? Let's just look at that. How many times have you joined a network marketing business, and then you go to your family and your friends, and you tell them about this fantastic new product you have, and then your family and friends are like, I don't want to buy that. And then you're so discouraged that you're never going to do anything with your business. Because the only people that you want to talk to about anything is your family and your friends. Your family and your friends are the biggest haters on the planet. I'm sorry to tell y'all that, but y'all already know this. The last people you should ever try to talk into doing anything are your family and your friends. You would have a much better time telling this information to the person standing in line behind you at the grocery store. That would be 10 times more impactful than you trying to tell this information to your sister. Nobody in my family outside of my son eats according to their blood type. Nobody. I don't even talk to them about it. I have talked to them about it because this is what I do. I sprinkle on people. This is something that you'll learn in network marketing if you ever get a network marketing business. I used to train people to do network marketing as well, right? What you do is you sprinkle on people. So whenever someone comes to you and they have some sort of ailment or something is going on, and you probably already know what their blood type is, just ask them what you've been eating. Well, what did you eat? What you mean? What did you eat today? You got these, what'd you eat yesterday? You got these ailments, you got this going on, you got that going on. Oh, I ate some, you weren't even supposed to eat that. And then leave it alone. Next time, same thing. Next time, same thing. One of two things is going to happen. They're going to stop coming to you with their ailments because they know what you're going to say. Or they're going to eventually pay attention to what you're saying. And it's all going to make sense. Okay? All you have to do is plant the seed, sprinkle a little water on it once in a while so that it grows. But please do away with the expectation that your friends and your family are going to do what you suggest, because they never will. And it's much easier for you to just accept that than for you to label everyone in your life as hard-headed. When in most cases, you being inconsistent is the reason they are not doing what you tell them to do. You now look like a model. Keep going, girl. And your parents just put their nose up. They're not going to do what you tell them to do. Stop worrying yourselves about it. It's not your responsibility to save these people. Okay? But there are strangers on the streets. This is psychologically, this is why you have more influence over a stranger than you do the people around you, because the people around you know you already. The stranger knows nothing about you. So they get to make up any story they want based on who you are standing in front of them right now. Okay? If you want to preach the gospel of eating according to blood type, do it with strangers. Do not do it with the people that know you when you were at your worst. Okay? So again, I say, the biggest haters that you have in your life are your friends and your family. And it's not that they're sitting around hating on you. It's that they don't want, you're not influential over your friend and your family. You're not influential over your friends and your family. But you are influential over strangers. Okay? Keep that in mind. Blood type O and blood type B, listen up. The number one thing you should not be eating as a blood type O and a blood type B is what? Put it in the comments. What is the number one thing you should never eat as a blood type O and a blood type B? Put it in the comments. Y'all know this stuff. What is it? What's the number one thing? Nope. Not chicken. Wheat, not gluten, wheat. The only reason that y'all think gluten is a thing is because, again, like I said yesterday, they do not want you to stop consuming. So because they don't want you to stop consuming wheat, all they did was slap gluten-free on wheat products. And now you're still buying their wheat, as if your problem is just the gluten part of the wheat. Your whole problem is wheat, period. The only reason that you guys are out here buying things with gluten-free on it is because they make you believe that this is better than this. And it's the same thing. Lactate is still milk. Gluten-free bread is still wheat. Sugar-free this is still bad for you. It's still the same thing. But psychologically, they're making you think this is better than that. Don't eat fried chicken, eat baked chicken. It's still chicken. Chicken is the problem, not how you cook the chicken. Chicken. Okay? That's what's happening. So why hasn't your health improved since you've been eating gluten-free wheat? It hasn't. You're still inflaming your intestines. As a blood type O and as a blood type B, you can never have wheat. Ever. No parts of it. Four things happen when you consume wheat. The first thing that happens is your intestines will swell. Okay? You consuming wheat causes a violent inflammation in your intestines. You guys call that bloating. Bloating is your intestines are inflamed because the lectins that are in wheat, lectins are just little small proteins in all whole foods. Okay? All whole foods have lectins, not just tomatoes, like these people have made y'all believe. All whole foods have lectins. Okay? When those lectins come in contact with your blood, a chemical reaction is going to happen. When that chemical reaction happens, one of two things is going to happen. Either it's going to cause you to have energy, or it's going to cause you to become inflamed because now your body feels threatened by something you just ate. The body only becomes inflamed because you ate something that makes it feel like it's being invaded by a bacteria or a toxin or something that is not good for you. So that is your body's way of defending your organs. Okay? So the number one thing that happens when you consume bread, pasta, ramen noodles, anything that's breaded, anything that has flour in it, okay? Barley, wheat, rye, all of that stuff is all under the umbrella of wheat. Blood type O and blood type B can never have it. But my suggestion is no one should have it. Because the second thing that happens when you consume wheat is it stops your body from absorbing minerals and nutrients from other foods. Hi, Miss Linda. It stops your body from absorbing, hi, Sylvia, absorbing minerals and nutrients from other foods. That to me is just diabolical. You are literally eating something that is giving you mineral deficiencies. So you're wondering how you end up with mineral deficiencies, how you're deficient of magnesium, how you're deficient of this, how you're deficient of that, how you got low vitamin D and all these other things. Why is that? Because you are literally eating something that is blocking your body's ability to absorb minerals and nutrients. So you got mineral deficiencies because you like sandwiches. Do you know what happens when you are mineral deficient? Because your body still has to function. Guess what your body does? It then extracts minerals out of your teeth and your bones. Your body trying to function, trying to do what it's designed to do, has to now take matters into its own hands and start sucking minerals out of your teeth and your bones. This is how you end up with osteoporosis, osteopenia, osteoarthritis, gum disease, weak teeth, cavities. Every time somebody needs a hip replacement. Why y'all think people need hip replacements? Knee replacements, big toe replacements. Why? Because your body has extracted so many minerals from your bones ain't no good no more. Now you got to go get a titanium hip. The third thing that happens when you consume wheat is it literally converts your happy hormones, dopamine and serotonin, into anger and aggression hormones, which is norepinephrine and noradrenaline. So you're literally eating something that's causing you to be sad and depressed, angry and aggressive, anxious. Everybody you know has anxiety, don't they? When did everybody start having anxiety? When everybody started eating grains 6 to 11 times a day. The fourth thing that happens when you consume wheat is it slows down your metabolism. How many of y'all just tired all the time? Wake up tired, go to bed tired, need caffeine just to function throughout the day, need to take a nap here and there. The reason is the lectins in wheat literally interfere with the hormones that run your metabolism. Hormones run our metabolism. So those lectins come over and stop the hormones from doing what they were designed to do. So now, instead of your food being turned into energy for you to use, it is now turned into sugar and stored as fat, which is crazy. Okay? That's wheat. And here's the thing. Just because you started eating gluten-free, you still gonna have the same symptoms. You still gonna have the same problems. You just paying double the price for a loaf of bread because they done slap gluten-free on it. Still bread, still wheat. The second thing no one can have, not one blood type, is corn. Corn is really diabolical, heinous, if you will. And I'm not just talking about corn on the cob or corn in a can or cornmeal or cornbread. I'm talking about high fructose corn syrup, regular corn syrup, cornstarch, corn oil. White distilled vinegar is made from sun-ripened yellow corn. And white distilled vinegar is in every single condiment in your house. You know what happens when you consume corn? It stops your body from making insulin. The insulin that keeps you from being a diabetic. The insulin that regulates your blood pressure. All the alcohol on the market is made with corn. Ethanol. The worst part of the corn. The liquor that you guys are drinking is made from corn. All the brown liquor is made from corn, and most of the white liquor is made from corn. Corn. Somebody assumed there's a class action suit right now against Don Julio. Because Don Julio been out here telling everybody that their tequila is made from agave, the finest on the planet. When in all actuality, it's made from corn. Ciroc is made from corn. They out here telling everybody it's made from the finest French grapes. It's corn. So between wheat and corn, those are the two major things that are raising your blood pressure. Those are the two major things that's making you insulin resistant. So you got barley. Hold on. So barley, rye. Oh, let me go ahead and throw oats. Let me go ahead and throw oats in there with it. Okay. let me just tell y'all about oats. For some reason, y'all still believe that oats are great. Okay. No human should be consuming oats ever. The number one thing that happens when you consume oats is your blood sugar skyrockets. Pew. So you start your day with oatmeal. Let me tell you how tragic your day is when you start it with oatmeal. Okay. You start your day with oatmeal. Your blood sugar goes through the roof. Goes up super fast, but then it comes down super fast. So now by 10 o'clock, let's say you ate the oatmeal at 8. By 10 o'clock, you need a nap. So you got to go get a cup of coffee just to stay awake. By the time lunchtime rolls around, you are starving because now your blood sugar is so low, you got to have some food. And you're going to get the fastest thing possible. In more cases than not, it's going to be something wheat-based. It's going to be a sandwich of some kind or some pizza or something that you know ain't good for you. Okay? It happens again. Blood sugar skyrockets. By the time 2 o'clock rolls around, you need another cup of coffee just to make it to 5, just to make it to the end of the day. By 5 o'clock, you're starving again. So now you're going to reach for something again quick. It's going to be a pizza, which is wheat-based, or it's going to be something out of your freezer, which is going to be processed. Or you're going to pick up some fast food on the way home, which again is probably going to be wheat-based, fried, died, laid to the side. Whole day is ruined because you started it off with something that we have all been told was so healthy for us, which in all actuality, it is not. The second thing that happens when you consume oats is it raises your estrogen. Did y'all know that estrogen is what feeds autoimmune diseases? The reason that you still have your autoimmune disease is because you're feeding it. Any disease that's in your body has to feed on something in order to survive. Like cancer feeds on sugar, autoimmune diseases feed on estrogen. So when you're eating oats, you're just feeding your autoimmune disease. And nobody can understand, oh, why do I have these flare-ups? What did you eat for breakfast? Nara Smith is a perfect example of that. Y'all know who Nara Smith is, right? The girl on TikTok, okay? Nara Smith has horrible eczema. She gets it all on the palms of her hands and all kinds of stuff. Well, what the hell is Nara Smith eating? I guarantee you, Nara Smith, it don't matter what blood type she is. She's always making something with flour. Every time I watch her videos and she's talking about, oh, I had an eczema flare up. Well, you always eating some pasta. You're always eating some bread. You're always eating something floured. She's always making these desserts and these little meals, and it's always something wheat-based. And she just can't figure out why she's having these eczema flare-ups. That's why. Okay? So let's talk about these two things, corn and wheat. That's barley, cornflakes, cornmeal, hominy, polenta, all corn grains. That includes your grits. That includes your popcorn. That's all corn. Then you got Amir, Familia, Farina, farro, gluten flour, cream of wheat, graham flour, grape nuts, grits, kamut, lentil flour, dal, mastigum, papadum, puff wheat, 7-grain, sorghum, wheat bran, wheat germ, bulgur wheat, durum wheat. You know what's durum wheat? Egg noodles. How deceptive is that? You thinking that you eating some noodles made from eggs, when in all actuality, it's durum wheat. Semolina wheat. Semolina wheat is all of your pastas, your spaghetti, your fettuccine, your lasagna, your ramen noodles, all semolina. Then you got your whole wheat grain, you got your flour, your sprouted wheat, all of it. There is no, listen, this is for everybody. There is no good grain on earth, especially in America. First of all, there's not one grain that is healthy in America. Because in the 50s, they took all of the nutrition, any nutrition that a grain would have had, they took it all out in the 50s during what was called the Green Revolution. That was introducing a new way of milling grains. And that means taking the outer shell of the grain and removing it. And the outer shell of the grain is where the nutrition is. Secondly, you have an overabundance of lectins. All of those lectins are going to come in contact with your blood, which is going to cause a chemical reaction to happen. And the number one thing that's going to happen is you're going to become inflamed. I traveled the world. I've had some amazing food, but none of it is worth being inflamed for or in pain for or being bloated and all these other, having eczema flare-ups and shit. Nothing was worth it. So you want to know why your blood pressure is high? Those are the first two things. Because those things are going to be at the root of your insulin resistance. So you're eating these grains, those grains turn into sugar, which now more insulin has to be released into your bloodstream. That insulin can't get into your red blood cells. Hey, Benji, though that insulin cannot get into your red blood cells. So now it's just swimming around in your bloodstream. Once it's released from your pancreas, it doesn't just get sucked back in. It's just out there. So now that it's out there, it's causing your arteries and your veins to constrict. Oh, my artery, doctor said my arteries and veins are clogged up. No, they're not clogged up. They're shrunken. You shrunk them. You see what's happening? So every time your arteries and veins get smaller, that puts pressure on your heart and that sends your blood pressure up. Hey, man, I hope you're doing well. Are you still in Dubai? Or are you back in Ghana? That's what's happening. Your blood pressure is completely controlled by what you eat. And it has nothing to do with salt. It has everything to do with sugar. Okay? That's where I got Mama Trey from, you guys. This is one of the guys that was on my Ghana team. That's where Mama Trey began. They're the ones that started calling me Mama Trey. And I've been Mama Trey ever since. Okay? So what's the third thing that's at the root of your insulin? Oh, you're in Germany? Fantastic. You did tell me you were going to Germany. That's awesome. Do you love it? I keep hearing great things about Germany. Like the groceries especially are supposed to be really good. The grocery stores and stuff. But the third thing that blood type O and blood type A can never have. So if you're blood type A, listen up. Miss S Sweet 1111, listen up. Because you're blood type A positive, y'all cannot have dairy food at all. No cow's milk products. Okay? First of all, lactose is sugar. At the root of all of blood type O's problems is sugar. Yes, definitely. Definitely DM me. You're fluent? Of course you are, because you're brilliant. Of course you're fluent. Okay? At the root of all of blood type O's problems is sugar. The technical reason that sugar is at the root of your problems is because none of you have any sugar on your red blood cells. Okay? Antigens are just sugar. They're these little sugars that are on the outside of our red blood cells. Okay? Blood type O don't have no antigens. So that means you don't have any sugar. This is why blood type O negative, is a universal donor, because you don't have any antigens to interfere with the antigens that are on the A, the B, and the AB blood cells. But this is what makes it a problem for you to have sugar, because you don't have any sugar on your red blood cells. Your body can't tolerate sugar at all. And lactose is sugar. All this time, the way that they market lactose-free stuff gives you the impression that it's dairy-free, doesn't it? Like, you guys will go out and you'll get some Lactaid milk or Lactaid ice cream thinking that this is dairy-free, right? Well, the only thing they took out of the dairy was the sugar. So y'all go around literally telling people, I'm lactose intolerant, I'm lactose intolerant. Yes, you are lactose intolerant because you are sugar intolerant. You're also dextrose intolerant, sucrose intolerant, fructose intolerant. You're all the oses, every ose. You're intolerant. Want to know why your blood pressure's high? Because you like cheese. You like Greek yogurt because Jamie Lee told you that Greek yogurt was going to be good for your gut bacteria, when in all actuality, it makes your gut bacteria worse. What's going on with YouTube? I don't see nobody saying nothing. Are y'all still awake? Hello? Hello? Y'all still awake? Tap the screen, send me something. Okay? The reason that blood type A can't have dairy is because it causes your blood to become thick. Listen, this is wild to me. Okay? Blood type A already has thicker blood than all the other blood types. This is also why blood type A is more susceptible to heart disease. Okay? At the root of your heart disease is your thick blood. When you consume dairy, it makes your blood even thicker than what it already is. So now you're looking at blood clots, DVTs, pulmonary embolisms. A lot of you blood type A's are on blood thinners. Why y'all on blood thinners? How come your doctor didn't tell y'all about the dairy? How come he didn't tell you stop eating dairy? Because that's what's making your blood thicker. So now you got to take blood thinners every day, not knowing that you automatically already had thicker blood, but that there are natural things that you could do to keep you from having to be on prescription drugs. Just you drinking more water thins out your blood. Just upping your water intake. How come your doctor didn't tell you that? Just adding some lemon to your water thins out your blood. How come your doctor didn't tell you? Why would he tell you that if he can sell you a drug? Here are the other things that are giving you high blood pressure, making you insulin resistant as a blood type O. Kidney beans, lentils, bacon, navy beans, potatoes. He said, making your plate 75% green with small meat. That's what your doctor said. For your thick blood, ma'am. For your thick blood, your doctor said make your plate 75% green with small meat. First of all, as a blood type A, you ain't supposed to have no meat, no animal meat at all. None. Zilch. Y'all be the first ones to say your doctor didn't study food, but the minute your doctor tell y'all about some food, y'all out here doing it. My doctor told me to eat more chicken. Of course he did, because he knows you're going to end up with an autoimmune disease. Cha-ching! I need to get more sound effects. I have this little board over there. I need to hook it up. have this little board that makes sound effects. I'm a hook it up by the end of the week, so I can just say cha-ching. We gonna get some extra sound. If I can't listen to music, we're gonna get some extra sound effects around here. It's about to be real lively. You want to know what else is making you have high blood pressure as a blood type O? Potatoes. I always have to bring out the microphone when I start talking about potatoes, because this is the part of the program where y'all start losing your shit. This is the part of the program where your parasites are like, wait, what? What did she say? Did she say potatoes? Huh. Your cheeks start getting a little hot because you start thinking about all the meals that you've had with potatoes. Y'all start thinking about life without potatoes, and you're like, no, there's no way. But what about sweet potatoes? Now, remember, just 5 minutes ago, I told you that as a blood type O, at the root of your problem is sugar. As soon as I start talking about them sweet potatoes, y'all be like, well, what about sweet potatoes? How many of you guys have kidney issues? Let's talk about why these potatoes are super dangerous. Okay. First and foremost, potatoes are part of the nightshade family. Do you guys know that back in the before Jesus days, they used to use nightshade vegetables as poison to kill people? The vegetables that y'all are eating, because in that family also, besides potatoes, is okra, eggplant, tomatillos, sorrel. Y'all love some sorrel because everybody's suddenly Jamaican. Bell peppers. What else is in the nightshade family? Tobacco. What else is in the nightshade family? All of these vegetables release a phytotoxin. Tomatoes. That's the next thing on the list that y'all can have. Whenever you consume a nightshade vegetable, it releases a phytotoxin into your bloodstream. And when those lectins come in contact with your bloodstream, your body feels like it's being attacked. So in order for your body to protect itself from what you just ate, it has to swell. The largest organ on the body is your skin. So the minute you eat some French fries, you're going to swell. The minute you eat a salad with a bunch of tomatoes and bell peppers and things on it, you're going to swell. Because this phytotoxin is now floating around in your bloodstream, making your body feel like it's being attacked by a virus or a fungi, toxin, bacteria. You guys are eating food that makes your body believe it has to now fight off COVID. So imagine the amount of stress your body goes through every day just trying to combat your meals. And then you wonder why you have these ailments. You wonder why you feel tired. You wonder why your body's not functioning at 100%. Because you put your body in a position to fight every day. I just always think of that line from the 5 Heartbeats. Every night I have to fight. Because the guys girlfriend was very flirtatious with other guys. You're putting your body in a position to have to fight for you every single day. So you and your body are not on one accord. Your body is telling you with the bloating and the nausea and the gas and all of these other symptoms, that's the way your body communicates. The heartburn, the acid reflux, all that, right? This is how your body communicates. 15 to 30 minutes after you eat something, your body lets you know whether or not it was good or bad. The first way to know that something you ate was bad is if you fall asleep. The first way to know that what you ate was something your body did not like is if your blood sugar plummets to the floor and you need a nap. Then y'all made it a joke. Oh, I know I'm gonna have an itis after this. That's not cute. That is hypoglycemia. You have eaten something that has caused your blood sugar to pew, and now you need to go lay down. When you eat food, it is supposed to give you energy. That's what its purpose is. Food is only fuel and medicine. It is not entertainment. It is not to make you fall asleep. It is not for joy, for sorrow, a substitute for a good hug from a friend. It's none of those things. It is only fuel and medicine. So what kills me is that no one has classified any of this as abuse. There's alcohol abuse. There's drug abuse. Y'all don't think that there's food abuse? You can be an alcoholic, a drug addict, but you can't be a foodaholic and a food addict. The number one thing that kills people in this country is food. If they were really honest with us about how somebody died, at the root of it is the food. Why did you have a heart? Oh, he died from a heart attack. No, he died from food. Oh, he died from a stroke. No, he died from food. Oh, he died from kidney failure. No, he died from food. You don't die from disease. You die from what caused the disease. And the food is what caused the disease. They're never going to come out and say he ate all the wrong foods his entire life and it finally caught up with him. They're not going to say that because they don't want you to stop buying food. This is why we were never taught how important our gut health is. Your gut is the center of your body's entire universe. It is literally the thing that can shut you down all the way. And nobody ever taught us that. Because you know why? Because if we had known that the food we eat determines how we feel every day, our moods, our periods, our skin, our sleep, our sex life, if we had known all of those things, we would have been side-eyeing the food a long time ago. If they were honest with us about the side effects of food, we would never eat it and they would never make money. This is why they don't tell you the truth when they're advertising food. If they told you that chicken creates fibroids because chicken has 100 times the level of estrogen in its little body than you have as a grown adult woman, and estrogen creates growths in your body that you now have to have surgically removed, you would never eat chicken. If you knew that every time you ate a slice of bread, that your mood was going to shift and now you're going to feel anxious and aggressive and angry and sad, you would never eat bread. This is why they never taught us. I'm upset about my Jamaican sorrel for real. Why? You're finding out the problems. I don't understand why y'all's reaction is to be upset about something. that you love to consume, but that thing is abusing you. That's like finding out that the man that you are in love with has murdered 10 women before he started dating you. And you're sad that now you found out this man's a murderer. He's a good man, Savannah. Yeah, he's just a murderer. I mean, if you can look past that, that explains your road rage. You done had this good avocado toast for breakfast, and now you pissed at traffic. How you mad in the morning? The morning is a great time. You're mad at the morning. Why? You just had a big ass bowl of oatmeal. Now you mad. It explains a lot, doesn't it? It explains why everybody in this country is mad. It explains why your children are more sensitive than they ever were in history. It explains why everybody's emotional. It explains everything. Because in the 70s, nobody was eating this amount of processed food because processed food didn't exist. Okay? All of these diseases, all of these autoimmune diseases, everyone's suffering from. You know that now there are over 100 autoimmune diseases? And guess who has most of the autoimmune diseases? Black women. Out of the 50 million people that have at least one autoimmune disease, 80% are women. And out of those 80% of women, the majority are Black women. Ask yourself why that is. Why is that? Why is that? Why are we at the top of the lupus list, the MS list, the diabetes list, the heart disease list? Why are we at the top of the list? It's all food related. And the thing is that y'all don't recognize is that all 4 blood groups, O, A, B, and AB, have a different gut microbiome, which means we all cannot eat or digest the same foods. We all have different levels of stomach acid. We all have different levels and types of digestive enzymes, and we all have different levels and types of bacteria. So we all cannot eat the same things. Okay? Because what can digest fully for this person is not going to digest at all for that person. So O's can have red meat and A cannot, because it will never, ever digest in their body. And for the people that are blood type O's to say, oh, I can't eat red meat because it don't digest. The reason that the red meat never digested, boo-boo, is simply because your side dishes cause your intestines to become inflamed. If you just would have eaten the red meat all by itself, with no potatoes, on no bun, with no side of macaroni and cheese or rice, that red meat would have fully digested and you probably would have lost a pound or 2 overnight. So it, in all actuality, was you that kept the red meat from digesting in your body because of your food combinations. And here's what I need y'all to know. It's okay that you didn't know, but now you know. Okay? You didn't know no better before today. You didn't know what was causing all the problems, but now you do. The question is, what are you going to do about it? Because there's nothing you can go and get a prescription for that's going to fix you. Nothing. Nothing. There is nothing you can go to your doctor and get from your doctor that's going to reverse your disease. Not one single thing at the CVS or the Walgreens. Because prescription drugs were never designed to heal anybody. They are to quiet your symptoms. And while your symptoms are quiet, your disease is progressing. Now you just can't understand why you need surgery, because quietly that disease is growing. You've been on them same prescription drugs for the last decade, and you can't understand why now they have to come take your thyroid out, or why they got to take this out, or why they got to take that out. Because you decided you didn't want to be bothered by your body. You didn't want to be interrupted. You didn't want to deal with your body saying, hey, bitch, stop eating them fucking potatoes. You didn't want to hear that. And you certainly didn't want to do that. You wanted to continue to eat the potatoes. Now you're on dialysis. And you just can't understand why your kidneys don't work. Especially as Black people. People with an Africans, no matter where you are on the spectrum, no matter how light-skinned you may be, if you have African ancestry, there is a particular gene in our body called APOL1. The APOL1 gene makes your kidneys vulnerable to inflammation and infection. So that means if you are eating foods that constantly trigger inflammation in your body, eventually you're going to end up with kidney disease, chronic kidney disease. Eventually you're going to be on dialysis, and then eventually you're going to need a new kidney. You want to know why Black people have more kidney issues than everyone else? That's why. Because you're continuing to eat foods like those nightshade vegetables that cause inflammation in your body, which is going to cause inflammation of your kidneys. You're overloading your kidneys with a bunch of potassium, wrecking your kidneys. Have you ever noticed that all the renal clinics are in Black neighborhoods? Have you ever seen a renal clinic in a white neighborhood before? Why is that? Black people literally hold up the renal industry. Black people are on dialysis 4 times as much as white people. Why is that? We're all eating potatoes. White people eat more potatoes than Black people do. It's just that they don't have that gene. Because if that was the case, everybody in the UK would need a whole new kidney. They wouldn't have no kidneys in the UK. They eat potatoes every fucking day. Ireland, potatoes every day. Well, I don't understand. Irish people can eat because we're not the same. So the other things that are giving you high blood pressure and making you insulin resistant, is tomatoes, corn oil, food additives, guar gum and carrageenan, and peanut oil. You want to know why your blood pressure is high, why you cannot bring it down and stabilize it? It is because, I will recap, you are consuming wheat, corn, dairy, kidney beans, lentils, bacon, navy beans, potatoes, tomatoes, corn oil, food additives, guar gum and carrageenan, and peanut oil. How do you get off of the prescription drugs? Stop eating those foods. Okay? What is causing you to have bad bacteria in your gut? Let me explain bacteria, bad bacteria. Okay? Our bodies have trillions of bacteria on it, in it, trillions. And then there are several different strains of bacteria living in our body, off of our body. Okay. And that bacteria carries out different functions in the body. So when I hear people say stuff like, well, how can I get rid of the bacteria in my body? The body is made up of mostly bacteria. We have more bacteria than we actually have human cells. So if you think that you're going to get rid of a very vital part of your body, and then for people to make you believe that that's even a possibility, just cracks me up. Just like all the hoteps will tell y'all need to get rid of the mucus in your body. Mucus in your body is the second way your body is defended. If you tried your best to get rid of the mucus in your body, you wouldn't even be able to blink your eyelids. Your food would not even digest without mucus. Mucus is a very important part of your bodily function. So for these people out here trying to sell y'all all kinds of herbs and detoxes and all that shit to remove a defense mechanism that is built into the human body is absurd. This is how y'all end up in the hospital because you wanted to do a duck flower detox. The bad bacteria in your gut is responsible for all of these ailments. And if you have any of these ailments, I want you to put it in the comments. Alopecia, endometriosis, IBS, IBD, COPD, thyroid issues, all of your skin issues. So your acne, your psoriasis, your plaque psoriasis, your dermatitis, your vitiligo, your rosacea, dandruff. You have 2 duck flowers, throw them in the trash. Just throw them in trash, or you're going to end up in the hospital. Yeast infections, urinary tract infections, some cancers like colon cancer, stomach cancer. All of those things are caused by bad bacteria in your gut. There is no way for you to get bad bacteria out of your body. The only thing you can do is convert the bad bacteria into good bacteria. That's all you can do is switch it over. The reason that the bacteria is bad is because you have been feeding your body all the wrong foods. Now you done pissed it off. Thank you for the badge, Miss Thelma. I hope you enjoyed the wedding. Okay, you done pissed off your body's bacteria and now it's fighting back. So all of those ailments, you wonder why your skin ain't clear, you wonder why this is going on, why you got consistent yeast infections, all that shit, because you are continually and consistently eating the wrong foods. And your bacteria is mad. You got a whole roommate and it's pissed off all the time. So let me tell you the foods that it hates. Dairy foods. These people got y'all out here believing that all you need to do is to eat some damn Activia yogurt. They got y'all out here drinking raw cow's milk. And you wondering why your hair falling out on your pillow. You wondering why you got to have a hysterectomy. Y'all can't handle dairy food. What's the other thing? Corn. Wonder why your skin's jacked up? Wonder why you got yeast infections all the time? Because you like to drink brown liquor. Brown liquor is made from corn. White distilled vinegar is made from corn. high fructose corn syrup, regular corn syrup, corn starch, corn oil, all made from corn. Not only is it creating bad bacteria in your gut, but it is also stopping your body's ability to make insulin. What else? Potatoes. The potatoes y'all love so much is why you have to have a hysterectomy. You can't have kids now because you like French fries. You got thyroid issues. You got to have your thyroid taken out because you like baked potatoes. What else? Rhubarb. I don't know anybody that's putting it down on rhubarb like that, but oranges and orange juice. Oranges and orange juice is bad for every single blood type. Every single one. And for blood type A, it will kill you. Oranges will kill you if you're blood type A. Share the live. Somebody needs this information. Oranges and orange juice. Why do y'all think oranges and orange juice is so healthy? Because they made you believe it was. Every commercial on TV, every sitcom you've ever seen always had a glass of orange juice and a glass of milk on the table. Think about it. Every single sitcom that you have ever seen that had kids always had a glass of orange juice and a glass of milk sitting on the table, didn't it? Didn't it? Do you know that they came out in the 40s or the 50s? I'll find that tonight and I'll post it. I want to say it was in the 50s. It came out in the 50s that they hired a bunch of doctors to say that oranges were so good for you, that it's doctor recommended. This is where the doctor recommended stuff came from, because advertising agencies had a slew of doctors on the payroll. So whenever they wanted to roll out a new product, they would always say it was doctor recommended, because we eat that shit up with a spoon. Oh, the doctors recommend oranges every day? Y'all have not even, half of y'all have never even seen a real orange, a real fresh one, because real fresh oranges are green. They're green on the outside and orange on the inside. So every time you bought a big old bag of oranges from the Costco, they're rotten. They've been selling us rotten oranges our entire lives. If you go overseas, if you go to the Caribbean, or if you go to Africa, oranges are green. They're green. You know what has more vitamin C? Lemons. How come you're not drinking lemon water at the breakfast table? Because that would have been healthy. Remember, food sets you up for future dis-ease. If they would have had everybody drinking lemon water at the breakfast table, you would have been healthy, and that's a problem. Pineapple juice, you would have been healthy. That's a problem. But especially lemon water, though. Because like if you start your day with lemon water, it's just amazing. Because any mucus that would have accumulated overnight while you were sleeping would have been broken up. You would have had regular bowel movements. Your blood would have been thinner. So there are so many more benefits to you drinking lemon than you drinking oranges, which does the opposite. Oranges literally make your blood thick. Lemons make your blood thin. So you would never have had to be on blood thinners ever. You would have never had any blood clots, no pulmonary embolisms. How can they make money if you're healthy? You know that was a problem in the 60s too. That's why sunscreen was released. We've been on the planet for millions of years. Thousands. The sun has been here for millions. Nobody ever needed protection from the sun. Now, all of a sudden, everybody got low vitamin D and then you ain't gotta go to the doctor and get some vitamin C when all you gotta do is take your ass outside. You are literally slathering something on your skin that's straight chemicals. Anything that you put on your skin goes right into your bloodstream. If you can have grapefruit, ma'am, if you benefit from grapefruit, everybody doesn't benefit from grapefruit. Why do you don't have your foods list? Why you don't have your foods list, man? Who don't have a foods list? I ain't gonna cuss you out. Just raise your hand. I ain't gonna come over there. Just raise your hand if you don't have your foods list that you're supposed to be eating. No, sunscreen is not okay. Go read the ingredients of sunscreen. Why you need sunscreen? Why you need it? What's going to happen? I lived in Nigeria for 2 years. Living in Nigeria for 2 years is like living in an oven. I'm going to need you to go and get your foods list. Do you know your blood type? Darkeisha, this ain't your first time seeing me. This is not your first time seeing me. Yeah. Do y'all know that even wearing sunglasses, I don't even wear sunglasses anymore either. You wearing sunglasses also blocks the sun from getting to your pineal gland. You don't need anything. If you want to block, why do y'all need to block the sun when the sun is what makes vitamin D in your body? Why do you need to block the sun? I got the book. Well, usually the people that read the book don't have any type of reversal of their disease, but enjoy. Because the book is for weight loss. So y'all just think that y'all are eating according to your blood type, and you'll lose a few pounds, but you'll still have diabetes. You'll still have high blood pressure. You'll still have all those things. Hey, girl. Hi. Hey, Miss Lori. You'll still have it. The book is for weight loss. It is not for reversing your disease. Because y'all will still be out here eating sweet potatoes, and you can't understand why your kidneys are shut down. But enjoy. Hey, Samuel, how you doing? Yeah. You have to get sun. They say that sun has UV rays, okay? I'm confused. You know, the people that end up with skin cancer are people that put on sunscreen. You know who doesn't have skin cancer? Africans. Africans in Africa don't have skin cancer. You know why? Because they're not walking around wearing a bunch of fucking sunscreen. Go read let's go read the ingredients of sunscreen, shall we? Yes, it does, ma'am. It has a foods list. You gonna carry the book to the restaurant with you? You gonna carry the book into the grocery store with you? You gonna carry the book? I've been eating this way for 3.5 years, and I still don't remember everything that's on my list. So enjoy. Let's go see the ingredients of sunscreen, shall we? And then you slather it in on your kids. Okay. Sunscreen ingredients. Sunscreen ingredients can be broadly characterized into active and inactive ingredients. Let's just see. Ooh, all of these chemicals. Ooh, they have solvents, oils and waxes, emulsifiers, humectants, preservatives, Other additives would be fragrances, colors, and other ingredients to enhance the product's appeal and functionality. Then you got, hold on, chemical filters. Avobenzone absorbs UVA rays, according to the American Chemical Society. You got oxybenzone, which absorbs both UVA and UVB rays, according to the American Chemical Society. Then you got octenzo, whatever, that also absorbs the rays. Hey, girl, hey. Then you got octocerylene, which absorbs the UVB and the UVA rays. So, what exactly is the sunscreen supposed to do? If the active ingredients in it are still letting all of the bad UVA and UVB rays through. Do you know that on your skin, sunscreen, when you put it on a white person and you put it under a UV light, they look black because it's almost like they're rubbing melanin on their skin to protect them from the sun. We already have melanin. There should never be a time that a black person has low vitamin D. Why y'all got low vitamin D? Huh? All you gotta do is go outside. But because you fell into the propaganda, because you fell into the BS, sunscreen was put out in the 60s to make people sick. You know why? Because everybody was healthy. Why? Because everybody was out in the sun. Kids were outside playing in the sun. People were working in the sun. Sun kills everything. Sun is a natural disinfectant. If you put your sponges and shit in the window, it would naturally disinfect your sponges. Everything on this earth depends on the sun. And now all of a sudden, the sun's a problem. It's been here. We've been here for thousands of years. Now, all of a sudden, over the last 50 years, it's a problem. Go outside. All you have to do is sit outside for 10 minutes a day. Did nobody say slather a bunch of fucking oil on yourself and go outside and fry like bacon? When I lived in Nigeria, I was black as hell. I was black. I was this color black. Black. I was black as my hair. Let me go find them pictures. I was dating a Nigerian in America before I went to Nigeria. He saw pictures of me and was like, you black as hell. Mind you, he was already black as hell. I didn't give a fuck. Go outside. Let's go see what the negative side effects of sunscreen. Irritation and dermatitis. Some people may experience stinging, burning, redness, rash, or itching after applying sunscreen, especially those with sensitive skin or conditions like eczema. Allergic reactions. Certain ingredients like the oxybenzone and the avobenzone can cause allergic skin reactions. Potential health concerns. Is the top you're wearing on sale? No, sweetheart, it's a muumuu. I got it off of TikTok. Hold on. Hormonal disruptions. Some chemical sunscreen ingredients, including oxybenzone, octenzosate, and homosalate or homosalate, have been linked to potential endocrine disruption, interfering with hormone function. Oxybenzone has been found to act as a hormone disruptor and may pose a greater risk to children. Thank you. And I'm 56 years old. 56. Thank you, Sam. Hold on. Absorption into the bloodstream. Every single thing that you put on your skin goes into your blood. That's why I don't be wearing no cheap lipstick, which is the only makeup I wear. But when I get out of the shower, I put amla oil on me. Amla is a fruit from India that is super high in vitamin C. If I don't use amla, I use apricot oil. If I don't use apricot oil, I use olive oil. All three of those oils I benefit from. So the only thing you should be slathering on your skin is an oil that you benefit from. Okay? Everything that you, every makeup that you put on your face, all of that stuff goes into your skin. Okay? Well, what about your wigs? That stuff is on a ball cap, boo-boo. Hold on. Absorption into the bloodstream. Studies have shown that some chemical sunscreen ingredients can be absorbed into the bloodstream at levels higher than the FDA's safety threshold. However, the long-term health implications of this absorption is still being investigated. And the FDA has called for more research. They ain't gonna do shit. They already done rolled back regulations for the FDA. The FDA has never been on the side of the public. The FDA has always been on the side of the manufacturers. Possible link to cancer. While studies have not definitively linked sunscreen to skin cancer, some research suggests that certain ingredients like retinol palmitate, when exposed to UV radiation, may generate free radicals, potentially leading to DNA damage. Some early concerns were raised about recalled spray sunscreens and after sun products containing benzene, a known carcinogen. However, the FDA has not reported that any commonly used sunscreen ingredients in the US are harmful to human health. Why haven't they? Because they're being paid off. Anybody, do y'all know that anytime a company wanted to release new products, all they did was go and pay you? It is legal for companies to go and pay the FDA. It's legal. The FDA is not out here just testing all the products that are in the grocery store. They're not. People that want FDA approval pay for FDA approval. Other potential concerns. Some sources suggest possible links between certain sunscreen ingredients and reproductive harms or thyroid problems. Boy. If you are that concerned about the sun, baby, you need to carry an umbrella. That's all. That's the American way. Everything in America is about paying somebody off. Y'all think Nigeria is a scam capital of the world? Nah. They be on some petty shit. They be on romance shit, just like I watched last night. I saw these ladies getting taken for all this money. And I was like, ain't nothing but Yahoo Boys. After 3 episodes, they finally disclosed that it's Yahoo Boys. I'm like, y'all didn't know that? Please don't use no sunscreen. Please, please, please. Nobody was getting skin cancer until sunscreen was introduced. Go look it up. How do y'all explain that all of these cowboys and Indians and all these people that have lived under the sun have never died from no skin cancer? Let's talk about leaky gut. Who's ever had leaky gut before? Please go, let me tell you, go to brewitbaby.com, Ms. Darkeisha, and get the foods list. Download it into your phone so you have it every time you are getting ready to eat something. As a matter of fact, get the whole bundle. It's the foods list. It's 3 different recipe books for your blood type. And also, I have a book called Why Didn't I Know That? Because why didn't you know that? Okay? All the information that I tell y'all every day is in the book. Because I don't want y'all waiting on me. I want y'all to know exactly what I know. So it has all kinds of links to research reports and all kinds of stuff. The same stuff I read, I want y'all to read. Don't just take my word for it. Go read it. So when you get the bundle, you get the book, the ebook for free. That's just for Juneteenth, the month of June. Okay? Because the book is normally $19.95. So let's talk about leaky gut. Leaky gut is when your intestines become so soft that when food is being digested, it breaks through the intestinal wall and leaks out into your gut, which is crazy. The website, the easiest way to get there is brewitbaby.com. So brewitbaby, all one word.com. These are our detox teas as well. And then I have like 170 supplements that all go with your blood type. Okay. So hold on. You know what causes your intestines to become soft? Tomatoes, corn, dairy foods, vinegar again, coffee. I know y'all love some coffee. But let me tell you, let me give y'all the tea. Let me heat up my tea right now. Let me give y'all the tea on the coffee. First of all, most of the coffee that's on the market is moldy. It has mold spores on the beans. But when you drink coffee, it stops your body from making collagen. Collagen that everybody, you got to get some collagen. A lot of the stuff that these people sell us is stuff the body already makes. Like the body already makes sugar. The body doesn't need an external source of glucose. It already makes glucose. The body already makes collagen. It already makes protein. Collagen is a protein. But because we are eating foods that either deplete our body of these things or stops the body from manufacturing these things or interfere with the hormones that have functions to do in our bodies. So then they sell us these temporary remedies for something the body already does. As we age, the body needs more protein, not less. So you're literally drinking something that's stopping your body from making 30% of its protein, which is collagen. Collagen is responsible for healthy skin, hair, and nails, but also the cartilage between your joints and your bones. So that your bones don't be rubbing up against each other, you have cartilage in between them. Well, when you can't make collagen, you can't make cartilage. Okay? I have 5 or 6 different collagen products that I sell. I take collagen every day. Okay? Because I don't want my knee bones banging together. Natural sources of collagen besides your body: beef, tallow, red meat. That's a natural. Are you blood type O? Are you blood type O, blessings? Beef is a natural source of collagen. Okay? Chicken. That's if you are supposed, nobody benefits from chicken, so don't do that. If you're an O, red meat. Even this collagen, this is a natural collagen because it comes directly from the cow. This is bovine collagen. Only blood type O, blood type B can take this too, but this is made directly from cows. Okay. But there are several different types. Marine collagen. So my collagen capsules are 5 types of collagen in one capsule. That's what I take every day. Okay. You should take what I take, which is collagen complex. That's the capsule. But the powdered ones, like I have flavored powdered ones. These are hydrolyzed collagen from bovine, which is cows. Okay. The only one that other blood types A, B, and A can take are the collagen complex, because those are coming from fish, seaweed. Okay. Those are also sources of collagen. But the best one, cows. And if you are an O, if you want to put something on your skin that's fantastic, is beef tallow. I have to start, I have to do the labels because I have some beef tallow moisturizers. I just haven't had time to do labels yet. But yeah, beef tallow. Let's see. If one of these is beef tallow. So I know I have some. This one is a sleep cream with collagen in it. But I have, I think, one beef tallow product, but I have others that I just need to make the labels for. But beef tallow is oil that comes from a cow. And as a blood type O, if you're rubbing that on your skin, it's going to absorb into your bloodstream because you are supposed to be consuming cows. So that is an oil that will highly benefit you and make your skin super soft. Okay. How many of you guys have thyroid issues as a blood type O? How many of you have thyroid issues? Thyroid issues are very common in blood type O. The reason that you guys have these thyroid issues is because of bad bacteria in your gut. Okay. I'll remind you again what's creating all this angry bacteria. Dairy foods from cows. Okay. Corn, potatoes, rhubarb, and oranges. But there are 4 vegetables that create such an angry and antagonistic bacteria that it causes your body's own immune system to attack your thyroid. Those vegetables: cauliflower, cabbage, mustard greens, and Brussels sprouts. Y'all are never supposed to eat those vegetables. And let me just shine a light on this whole fruit and vegetable thing. Okay. These people are always telling us that we need to eat all these vegetables inside there. They are not what your body requires. What your body requires is protein. The body runs on protein. Every single meal that you eat should be protein heavy. That's why every video that y'all see is, oh, you want a protein rich diet? Oh, did you know that if you do this and you're gonna have a high protein? Everything in your life should be about high protein. There should never, ever be a meal that you consume that is not protein heavy. Because the protein that digests in your specific body, because everybody can't have the same protein. Okay. Blood type O is the only beef eating blood type. You're the only one that benefits from beef. And y'all stopped eating beef and kept eating vegetables, namely potatoes. Y'all stop eating beef because it didn't digest in your body, but you never side-eyed the potato. And it was the potato all along that was jacking you up. It was never the beef. It was never the beef. Okay? The reason that blood type O benefits from red meat is because you guys have a very high level of stomach acid. And if you do not give that stomach acid something to do, it is going to eat away at your stomach lining. And it only takes 2 weeks. Hi, Grandma. It only takes 2 weeks for your stomach acid to completely devour your stomach lining. And y'all out here being vegan. And you wonder why blood type O has more ulcers, specifically peptic ulcers, than all the other blood types. So you have to give the acid something to do. And then y'all always are, oh, it's acid reflux. Is that why I have acid reflux? No, that has nothing to do with it. Okay? Acid reflux happens when you eat something you're not supposed to eat and your body is trying to digest it and get it out of your body as quickly as possible so it doesn't cause any problems. That's what your body is literally dumping as much acid on that thing as possible in order to break it down quickly and expel it. That's what acid reflux is. Okay? Has nothing to do with you having more acid than everybody else. And if you have a slow and sluggish metabolism, it is because you are eating wheat, kidney beans, and navy beans. Those lectins that are in the wheat, kidney beans, and the navy beans interfere with the hormones that run your metabolism. Okay, those hormones are supposed to break down your food, turn it into energy, turn it into fuel for you to use as energy. But when you're eating wheat, which is pasta, bread, cookies, cakes, pies, okay, then the lectins in the wheat stop the hormones from doing what they're supposed to do. Now the food is being broken down, turned into sugar, and stored as fat. And that's why it's slowing down your metabolism. How do we turn this around for blood type O's? How do we turn it around? You have to start eating beef. I don't really like the taste of beef. I don't give a shit. Hi, Bubba. Where you been? You been asleep all this time? You asleep? Well, he's up now. Who is it? Uh-oh. There's the other one. Y'all have to start eating some red meat. Okay? I don't care if you start small and just eat a burger patty. Just eat a hamburger patty for breakfast. Go and get you some hamburger patties at the Costco and start eating it. Okay? Nah, it's people. It's people over there. You have to. The only thing that is going to make y'all feel better and create an environment of healing in your body as a blood type O is red meat. That is it. Okay? So y'all benefit from all the red meats, especially beef. So you got venison, you got lamb, you got buffalo, you got mutton. Okay? Y'all can have all of that. The only red meat that y'all don't benefit from is goat. That's the only one. And in America, y'all ain't eating goat like that, so it don't really matter. Okay? Please, every time you eat, there needs to be a hunk of red meat on your plate. Okay? And here's the thing. You're going to lose 7 to 10 pounds the very first week. If your body is inflamed, like I suspected it is, you're going to lose 7 to 10 pounds the first 7 days eating according to your blood type. The reason that happens is because all the food that you're eating now is causing your body to swell. When you stop eating the food that caused your body to swell, now your organs can get back down to their original normal size. So you're losing inflammation, okay? What is going to make your body's bacteria love you? If y'all don't do nothing else, y'all gonna have to become friends with your body's bacteria. You're literally pissing off your roommate. And your roommate has the power to kill you. Y'all ain't thinking about that. Your roommate has the power to kill you. That bacteria that's living in your body can take you out anytime it wants. Anytime. You thought goat was okay. Goat's okay for other people. Everything is not for y'all. Just because something is okay doesn't mean it's okay for you. Goat is okay for blood type B. It benefits blood type B. Y'all have to change the way y'all think about stuff. Well, what about that? Something may be really good for that person, but not good for you. So whenever somebody gives me a general question, well, what about such and such? Name something that everybody's so concerned about these days. I can't think of anything right now. Oh, cottage cheese. Cottage cheese. Okay, you see all of these keto people eating cottage cheese recipes, making cottage cheese bread, cottage cheese ice cream, cottage cheese this, cottage cheese that. As a blood type O and a blood type A, y'all can't even have cottage cheese. So you got all these keto people that are very concerned about being skinny, but they don't give a fuck about their health. Because every time they eat one of them cottage cheese desserts, you're creating bad bacteria in your gut. So eventually your hair gonna fall out, or you're gonna have to have hysterectomy, or you're gonna have thyroid issues, or you're gonna have all these other issues because you like to be skinny. And skinny people are croaking faster than big backs. Skinny does not equate to healthy, but your doctor will make you think that. Because every time y'all go into the doctor, he says, oh, all you need to do is lose 40 pounds, right? As if you losing 40 pounds is going to cure your disease. That's the number one way that doctors gaslight you. Oh, just lose 40 pounds. Then they never tell you how to lose 40 pounds. And then most of the people are out here trying to be on diets that don't go with their blood type. And they're going to the gym and doing exercises that literally make them bigger because, again, wrong blood type. Somebody said that they went into the doctor's office the other day and there was a sign in the doctor's office that said your blood type means more to your health than anything else. Something, I'm paraphrasing. So now all of a sudden, doctors are starting to talk about blood type. They're not going to talk about it unless they can find a way to charge you for it. Insurance companies do not pay doctors to tell you your blood type. That's why they don't tell you. They jumping on the bandwagon now because they can see that this is literally an anti-inflammatory way of eating. You're not eating anything that's going to cause you to become inflamed, because a lot of these ailments that you guys are battling with is because of inflammation. Anytime you feel pain in your body, it's inflammation. Something in there is inflamed. Okay? What's going to make your gut bacteria super happy, fall in love with you? Onions. The two simplest things on the planet is all blood type O needs to be super happy and healthy. Beef and onions. I'm going to tell you what, if I was capable, I would be eating liver and onions every day because I adore liver. I don't even know why. Even when I was a kid, Eric, all the other kids in my family be like, "Ugh, we're having liver for dinner." I'm like, yes. Liver and onions. Y'all know that the liver is the healthiest organ on the cow? Did y'all know that? Oh. The liver is literally the healthiest organ on the whole cow. You need to go get the liver capsules because I have liver capsules. So if you don't like the taste of the liver, just take the capsules. How do y'all not like liver? I don't understand it. I do not understand it. Yes, y'all can have, you just order the A bundle. Blood type O benefits from all of the onions. Red, white, yellow, green, all the onions. That's all y'all need. A hunk of red meat and a baked onion. Have y'all seen the baked onions? Oh my Lord. If y'all still have TikTok, I always get kicked off of TikTok. Go over there. I'm pretty sure you can probably pull it up here too on Instagram. Just type baked onions into the search bar. Okay. All y'all need is a hamburger patty with no bun with a side of onions. And you're going to wake up tomorrow 2 pounds lighter. The best part about it is you're going to have energy through the roof. Like your first meal, the first steak that you guys eat, you're going to feel like you can run a marathon. Am I lying? The very first steak that y'all eat, you're going to feel like you can just do a 1-hour step class. You're not going to need a nap anymore. Okay? For those of you that are tired all the time, it's because you're not eating the red meat that your body requires. You said your dad is 83 and he cooks liver and onions every Thursday night in his blood type. He's a blood type O? Good. We're going to talk about A next. So listen, what else makes your gut bacteria super happy as a blood type O? String beans, broccoli, escarole, chicory, Swiss chard, and kale. If it were me, I would eat more collard greens than kale. Only because kale is high in oxalates. Oxalates are these little jagged things, like when the kale is digesting, there are these little sharp cells, for lack of a better word, that can tear up your intestines. So be careful. Collard greens benefit everybody though. Okay. So an ideal meal for you guys would be some beef, some collard greens, and some onions. Wash it all down with some pineapple juice. You wake up tomorrow, you're going to be 2 pounds lighter and feel fantastic. Yes, filet mignon. Yes, yes. So hold on. What's going to encourage proper thyroid function? Turmeric and sea vegetables. Okay, sea vegetables is seaweed, sea moss, kombu, nori. A seaweed salad next to your beef will be awesome. Okay, because those things will encourage your iodine levels to rise, which then protects your thyroid. Onions are, listen, the most slept on vegetable on the planet is onions, especially red ones, because they are antibacterial. If you are ever sick, cut a red onion and put it on the soles of your feet with a pair of socks and go to bed. Onions literally draw the sickness out of your body. You want to remove all the bacteria from your house or your environment, cut up a bowl of red onions and just let it sit out. Onions literally grab the bacteria from the air. They naturally clean your air. Exactly. Go look up all the benefits for onions. They're amazing. So if they can do that outside of your body, that's why they're so good at making your gut bacteria super happy. They're amazing. I love the smell of onions. I will cut up a bowl of onions in a heartbeat. Anytime I fell ill, I always have a big old bowl of red onions in my room. Okay. So hold on. What is going to repair that leaky gut? Chicory, onions, peas, prunes, maitake mushrooms, beet greens, collard greens, and fava beans. Okay. So that's it for blood type O. I know we always take a long time for blood type O, but that's also because I cover such common things so that I don't have to repeat them when I go to the other blood types. Okay. So where's blood type A? Make sure you guys go to Brew It Baby. Go to brewitbaby.com. Get your foods list. Pick up your detox tea to get rid of these parasites. These are on sale right now. You get the set for $29.99. Once these are gone, they're gone. Okay. And I think I only have about 60 of the daytime teas left. I think I got like 500 of the night times. But this one will sell out in the next few days. And everybody loves this daytime tea. And that's why I got me 3 bags sitting right here. I'm not going to be running out of my daytime tea. What y'all talking about? Blood type A, where you at? You in the building? So blood type A, y'all are literally the complete opposite of blood type O. Blood type O has the strongest cardiovascular system, the strongest immune system. They create muscle super fast. Just them working out helps them to manage their emotions, makes them happy. My whole life makes sense. I found out my mom is an A. Oh, and you're an O. Yeah, y'all are the complete opposite. You know, A's are natural storytellers too. You can do with that whatever you want to. They're naturally secretive. Thank you. They're naturally secretive. They never want people knowing their business. And if it comes down to somebody knowing their business, they'll just give you a little white lie. I don't know why. My brother and my niece are just like that. You'll ask them, oh, where are you going? The moon. You're not going to the moon. What is the problem? Very private people. And I don't know if it's that they will not tell you what's going on because they don't want to be judged. That's also a big thing. I think that they don't want people judging what they have going on, so they just don't want to tell them. That's true. I can paint a picture well with my words. I just think, I mean, in y'all's mind, it's like, I don't want anybody in my business. I don't think you see it as lying. I think you just see it as omission or, again, making it colorful. But the bottom line, the foundation of that is I don't want anybody in my business because I don't want to be judged. I have issues on gaining weight often. That's not weight, it's inflammation, I promise you. Oh, gosh. Yeah, it's inflammation because you don't lose and get, let me make this very plain for you guys that have these weight issues, okay? I'm always going to be a bigger girl. I don't care about that. That doesn't bother me, okay? I've my entire life fluctuated between, the lowest I ever got was a size 10. And my brother said, you do not need to be this skinny. You look like a coat hanger with a head. And I was like, oh, shit, I thought I was cute. But that was also when I was managing health clubs and I was working out like a maniac all the time. Okay? You do not gain and lose weight fast. You gain and lose inflammation fast. Like y'all could eat something right now and an hour from now be swollen because you have triggered your body to swell because you ate something that your body views as a threat. And if you continue to eat that thing, you're going to stay inflamed. So when you stop eating the thing that's inflaming you, that's why you're going to lose weight quickly. It's not really weight, it's just swelling. Okay? You have a belly too, or you're a blood type A. The reason that blood type A's, I'm also that person, okay? We will gain stomach fat because it's cortisol. Let me explain blood type A. Blood type A has a steady stream of cortisol in your blood all day, every day, which means you have a stress hormone in your bloodstream all day. This is why y'all's natural state is to be stressed, to be anxious, to be perfectionistic, to overthink. Y'all never just relax because you're incapable of it. And it's not anything you can do because that's how your fight or flight is set up. The problem with that, though, is that when your cortisol becomes high, it also raises your blood sugar. So y'all could literally trigger diabetes from stress. There is a thing called stress-induced diabetes. And blood type A is predisposed to diabetes, heart disease, and certain cancers. So when your cortisol and your blood sugar is high, then that will then trigger your body to release even more insulin into your bloodstream. Now you got high cortisol and high insulin. So now these two hormones are high. When that happens, now your body requires even more minerals from the food that you eat, mainly proteins, to bring those two hormones back into balance. When you do not feed it what it needs, it then is forced to suck minerals out of your teeth and your bones. This is why blood type A has more osteoporosis, osteopenia, weak teeth, weak bones, low bone density, cavities, hip replacement surgeries, knee replacement surgeries. All from stress. That's why I take an ashwagandha tablet in the middle of the day. That's why we take chill. The number one thing you should be taking as a blood type A is chill. There is not one day on this planet, me walking on this plane of existence, that chill is not in my bloodstream. Because before I created this capsule, Jordan and I were World War III. Both of us, because blood type A and blood type B have the same fight or flight. So that means, and as a blood type AB, I'm a hybrid of those two blood types, and both of them have steady streams of cortisol in their bloodstream. This is why, as a blood type AB, it says stress is one of our problems. So when your cortisol is high, cortisol settles in your midsection. That's why you have stomach fat. And then you'll go out trying to lose this weight. You're going to the gym, doing all the wrong exercises, and that releases even more cortisol into your bloodstream. So y'all are literally being gaslit into going and joining a gym, running and jumping around and all that. And by the end of the week, you done dieted, you done all this exercise, and you're bigger, and you can't understand why. Your body is literally gaslighting you. Blood type A makes up 44%, 42. Blood type O makes up 44% of the U.S. population. Blood type A makes up 42%. Oh, he downstairs, girl. He can't hear me now. When he comes back, okay? Blood type A makes up 42%. So nearly half of this country is not supposed to be in nobody's gym. You're eating the wrong foods, ma'am. You need to go and get your foods list. Yeah, because you're doing exercises that are releasing more cortisol into your bloodstream. You said you've seen a few restaurants that are now using beef tallow. Good. It's better than peanut oil. So listen, at the root of your problems as a blood type A is your body is lacking protein. You are what's known as protein malnourished. And I know you're thinking to yourself, oh, I eat protein all the time, David. Listen, if you're not eating the right protein for your body, it doesn't count. When you get did you get your foods list? At the top of your foods list, it tells you all the exercises that benefit you as an O. When you get your foods list, read the top. It breaks down all the exercises you're supposed to be doing for your blood type. Okay? So please go get your foods list. When you eat the wrong protein as a blood type A, because you do not have enough stomach acid to break down animal proteins and foods that are high in saturated fats, then your body's not able to extract any of the minerals and nutrients from the food. So you literally have put food in your body that cannot digest. This is why y'all all look for high fiber diets. The reason that this fiber is a thing in your life is because you're eating foods that can't digest. If you were eating the right foods, you wouldn't need all this extra fiber. The only reason that they're pushing Metamucil and high fiber diets is because you're eating the wrong foods. So as a blood type A, you're never supposed to eat no red meats. You're not supposed to be eating no organ. Let her go get her list just like you got your list, ma'am. Let her go get her list. Everybody for themselves. And then please go over and join our Facebook group. Our Facebook group is called Heal by Blood Type. So that way you have a steady stream of information. You have a supportive group. You have go get the list because it is very specific about what you should be doing. Okay? Listen, go join the Facebook group so you'll have recipes and all of that stuff. Plus, when you join, you get your first recipe book for free. Okay? So hold on. This is what blood type A can never digest. Red meat, pork, organ meats, crustaceans, which is lobster and crab, shellfish, shrimp, oysters, clams, crawfish, mussels. Y'all can't have any of those seafood boils because those foods are very high in saturated fats. And blood type A cannot digest that. I know. This is why you're having problems. Because Black women love a seafood boil, don't you? 29% of blood type A's is Black women. Now let's think about this for a second. Black women don't work out. Black women they overweight and da da da. And then you're pressured into going to the gym and you get bigger. Simply because nobody understands how the body works. Okay? The exercises that blood type A is supposed to do are exercises that relax you. Walking in nature, yoga, Pilates, easy things, stretching. Okay? Anything that's strenuous is going to release even more cortisol, which is going to make your stomach bigger. So hold on. You also cannot have no tropical oil. Tropical oil is coconut oil, palm kernel oil, avocado oil. Too high in saturated fats. You also cannot have no industrial oils, corn oil, canola oil, safflower, sunflower, rapeseed, grape seed. Y'all can't have them oils. And also high fat cheeses. Most of the cheese that y'all are eating is high in saturated fats. Your body cannot digest none of that at all. And as a matter of fact, dairy foods makes your blood thicker, which is now leading to blood clots, pulmonary embolisms, DVTs, strokes, heart attacks. Blood type A's have more heart attacks than all the other blood types. Why is that? Because you guys are predisposed to heart disease. Why is that? Because y'all have naturally thick blood, which is at the root of your heart disease. Let's talk about that for a second. Okay. How many of you guys have high blood pressure as a blood type A? We don't eat neutral, Miss Linda. That's why your blood pressure can't go down. Miss Linda, you shouldn't even be looking at nothing on that neutral list. Y'all better stop playing around. All these recipes, always, avocado oil, avocado. There is a difference between you trying to lose weight and you being healthy. Okay, good. I love Walmart. Love it. Hi, Linka. Hi, grandson. Oh my gosh, Fats. Why can't you let Lincoln get up here sometimes? Rude. Why are you so rude? Why you ain't? Where's your bath? Why you ain't took your bath yet? Go tell Pop to put you in the bath right now. Go tell him. I don't want to hear no back talk. You get in the bath today, Fats. Still bitching. Fats, go tell Pop to put you in the bathtub. Go tell him. You smell like a grown man. It's time to go get a take. It's time for you to take a bath. Fats, go tell Pop to put you in the bathtub. Stop scratching me. Stop scratching me. Go get in the bathtub. So hold on. Let's talk about this thick blood for a second. He's still right here. Why are you still right here? Why don't you go downstairs and tell Pop to put you in the bathtub? Come here. Come here. You have to get a bath. Today. I smell your feet. I'm going to embarrass you in front of all these people. Anywho, listen. You already have naturally thick blood as a blood type A, right? How many of y'all got high blood pressure? If you as a blood type A are eating carbohydrates, okay, that is going to make you have high blood pressure. Here is why that is so dangerous for a blood type A. When you are eating carbohydrates, okay, it turns into sugar. Now your pancreas has to release more insulin into your bloodstream. The problem is the insulin is not getting into your red blood cells. Listen up, Miss Blessings. This is what's happening. Okay. The insulin is not getting into your red blood cells. So it's not helping. See you tomorrow. So it's not helping, right? But the problem is this. Now you got all of this insulin just swimming around in your bloodstream. That is causing your arteries, you're welcome, that is causing your arteries and your veins to constrict. So now your arteries and veins are getting smaller and smaller, like a water hose. If you bend a water hose, the water is going to trickle out this side, but the pressure is going to build on this side. So when your arteries and your veins constrict, it puts pressure on your heart, and that's what sends your blood pressure up. Why this is extremely dangerous for blood type A is because your blood is already thick. So your thick blood is trying to squeak through these very small arteries and veins. What you think's gonna happen? Blood clots, pulmonary embolisms, DVTs, strokes, and heart attacks. Now, your blood is already naturally thin, but there are literally foods that make your blood thicker. I mean, your blood is already naturally thick, but there are foods that make your blood even thicker than what it already is. Guess what that is? The number one thing is vinegar. Vinegar makes y'all blood thicker. And you got all these people out here telling y'all to do vinegar shots every day to lose your belly fat or to lower your blood pressure. Where'd you get those blood clots from? Could it be the vinegar? Then all the condiments in your house have vinegar. Your mayonnaise, your mustard, your salad dressings, your barbecue sauce, your hot sauce, your relish, your pickles, your olives, all vinegar. Do you know what they store olives in Turkey, in the country? Olive oil. In America, they store olives in vinegar. What else makes your blood thick? Dairy foods. Your Greek yogurt, your cottage cheese, your ricotta cheese, your regular cheese, your macaroni and cheese. Makes your blood thick. What else? Liquor. Distilled liquor makes your blood thicker. So y'all like to take shots of Casamigos, wondering why you got blood clots. What else? Oranges. Oranges and orange juice makes your blood thick. And then guar gum. Guar gum is in your almond milk. Your almond milk is making your blood thick. Let's talk about this bad bacteria in your gut. What's making your body's bacteria super mad? Right over here, BTA. You're A negative. What's making your blood super thick? I mean, what's making you have all of this angry bacteria in your gut? Potatoes. Blood type A can never have potatoes. None. Not no kind, not no way of cooking it. Never. Not white, not purple, not Japanese, not sweet. Never. No, it's not dairy. It's potatoes. No sweet potato pies, no candied yams, no mashed potatoes, No French fries. Do y'all know what ailments bad bacteria triggers in your body? Alopecia, endometriosis, urinary tract infections, yeast infections, COPD, thyroid issues, all of your skin issues. So acne, psoriasis, plaque psoriasis, eczema, rosacea, dermatitis, vitiligo, dandruff, IBS, IBD, stomach cancer. Blood type A is predisposed to stomach cancer. Predisposed. Y'all have more cancer than all the other blood types. That's a lot of it. People are judgmental, and I don't want to deal with that. I tell what I want folks to know. I don't give a shit about anybody judging me. I don't give a fuck. You can judge me all day. You don't pay not one bill in this house. Why do y'all allow people to tell you anything? Why do you allow people to should, would, could on you? I wish you would. I work on a wish factor. I wish you would speak on anything that you don't contribute to. Who's buying your groceries, Grandma? If you buy your own groceries, it's nobody's business what you put in your mouth. I don't be concerning myself what you put man parts in your mouth. You shouldn't be concerned about what I put in mine. Okay? That can be your response the next time somebody has anything to say about what you put in your mouth. Y'all just be letting these people say and do anything to y'all. I'll be damned. People are judging me. I don't give a fuck what nobody got to say about nothing. Nobody walking on the face of this earth has a heaven or hell to put you in. And you concerned about what they think about you? Because ain't none of them going to show up at your funeral. Not one of these people whose opinions you are so concerned about is going to show up at your funeral. You got one life and you got one body. And the people judging you got pork ribs and chicken in their refrigerator. Why do you care about the opinion of people that still eat swine in 2025? If you got pork ribs in your freezer, you can't say shit to me. It's not omission. You will know what I want you to know because you're blood type A. Y'all just naturally secretive for no reason. I don't understand being secretive for no reason. Half the people that y'all deal with, all you got to do is say it's none of your business. Y'all just be trying to think of creative lies. Like for what? I don't have the time to come up with no creative lie to make you feel better about anything that I'm doing. It's none of your fucking business. Learn how to say it's none of your fucking business. And if you say it the right way, people won't even be mad. Some of y'all will say it's none of your fucking business and somebody won't punch you in the face. If I say it's none of your fucking business, you probably laugh. Girl, it's none of your fucking business. You're like, hey, you're right. But some of y'all just be getting offended because somebody be asking y'all questions. Why are you getting offended? Because people are nosy. I don't know why they be asking me. People are just nosy. So when you encounter a nosy person, just tell them it's none of your business. Anybody got time to be remembering lies? Again, y'all don't need nothing extra to stress y'all the fuck out. Half of you A's just need to cut somebody out. That will alleviate a lot of y'all stress. Y'all busy internalizing shit and thinking about it later. I should have said. My mama was an A. That's how I know. My mama stroked out at 41. Why? Because she should have told people to mind their fucking business. My mother had 2 speeds. 2. She would either not say anything or she's going to beat you up. There was never an in-between with that. Not with Miss Sandra Laverne. She either not going to say nothing or she going to talk with her hands. I have had to pull that little woman off of several people. She's only 5'2", 118 pounds, but she was fast. You had to catch her. I did not fuck with her. And I'm 5'7". I towered over her. I did not fuck with that lady. I remember my mom slapped the dog shit out of me when I was 18. I packed my shit and left. I'm not fighting this lady. I was 8 months pregnant and I had to pull her off the neighbor lady. They beat up my uncle's girlfriend. Her hair was all over the floor. We had to sweep her hair up. I'm not fighting her. I'm moving. That's how you deal with her. You leave. Okay? Please don't be Sandra. Cuss somebody out. Do not walk around wishing that you could have said something. Or I wish I would have told them to mind their business. Tell them to mind their business. You A's literally be stressing out over nothing. You could have just cussed somebody out. Okay? So the next time somebody asks you a question, it's none of your business, respectfully. So hold on. Here are the other things that are creating this bad bacteria in your gut as a blood type A. Black pepper. I had black pepper in 3.5 years. I don't even remember what black pepper tastes like. Navy beans, kidney beans, lima beans, oranges. Again. Why does your skin look like that? Because you like to eat cuties. Why you got these flare-ups with your eczema? Because you like orange juice. You like a big old baked potato. This is what is at the root of these problems that you guys are dealing with. I have the same issues. I take allergy medicine daily. What issues do you have? Miss Shanice, why are you taking allergy medicine every day? How do we turn this around for blood type A's? The number one thing you should be eating as a blood type A is soy. But I heard soy was. You also heard that orange juice was good for you. You also heard that chicken was good for you. You also heard that milk was good for you. And it was all a lie. If you heard that soy was bad for you, it is because it is the one thing that will make you feel better. It is the one thing that would have made you healthy as a blood type A. Blood type O and blood type B can never have soy, anything. Okay? But as a blood type A and a blood type AB, we benefit from tofu and edamame and texturized vegetable protein. This is where you're going to get all of that protein your body is lacking. Your body runs on protein. That's for all blood types. The thing is, you have to find the right protein for your blood, meaning the right protein for the level of acid you have in your stomach. Okay? And because blood type A has very little stomach acid, you need things that will break down quickly. I'm gonna have me some of that tonight because I just bought another big old bag from Costco. You get a bag like this for like $10, but it has all these individual bags in there that are about like this big. I just get them and warm them up, put some chili oil on them, just soy. Okay. And if you don't know how to cook tofu, when you join the group, I have a 10-minute tofu tutorial that tells you everything you need to know. And soy has come such a long way with the soy curls and the just like beef and the beef knot. You would not know that you're not eating chicken or beef. Okay? So please go get your recipe books, join the group, watch the videos. We're going to get you on track. Okay? Also, as a blood type A, you guys benefit from 25 different fish. 25. 3 different types of salmon, sardines, tuna, all of that. Okay? That's what I had last night. I had me some ahi tuna. I like to eat my tuna raw. Do y'all be eating y'all tuna raw? Or y'all be cooking it? I like to eat my tuna raw. I let it marinate a little bit in some soy sauce. And what else I put in there? Some rice vinegar, a little dash of sesame just for taste. Let that marinate. I cut it in little squares. Sometimes I'll eat it with some arugula. Most times I just eat it by itself. You don't eat your fish raw? How do you not? I eat my salmon. A lot of times I eat my salmon raw. But again, I drink detox tea every day. Also, please make sure that your fish has been frozen. Do not eat no fresh fish. Do not eat no fresh fish, and make sure that you freeze your tofu as well, because that completely changes the texture. Okay? But do not eat no fresh fish. Parasites. Make sure that you have some previously frozen fish. Okay? What is going to thin out your blood as a blood type A? Because this is a big concern for you guys. Just upping your water intake is going to thin out your blood. Adding some lemon to your water is going to thin out your blood. Also, pineapple, blueberries, blackberries, green tea. I drink a pot of green tea every day, whether I go live or not. Green tea thins out your blood. Green tea benefits every blood type. So if you're drinking coffee, please stop. Just start drinking green tea. Drink some matcha. I sell a fantastic mushroom matcha. You don't even taste the mushrooms, but I sell a fantastic mushroom matcha. But green tea is super healthy for all of us. Why y'all think Asians outlive us? They drink multiple cups of green tea every single day. Okay? What's the best time to drink green tea? Well, you can get decaf green tea, which is what this is. And even my stash is decaf. So you can get caffeinated or decaf. So you can drink it all day. You can drink your caffeinated during the day, in the morning. I wouldn't drink it past 3 because you're going to be up all night. And then your decaf, you can drink in the evening. I drink this pot all the way until I go to bed because there's no caffeine in it. Okay? Also, these oils will thin out your blood. Olive oil, flaxseed oil, and walnut oil. Okay? What is going to make your gut bacteria super happy as a blood type A? Escarole, dandelion, chard, rapini, which is broccoli rabe, fava beans, prunes, and silver dollar mushrooms. Who says he is the star of the show? Who? I'm going to beat Jordy up because he was supposed to bathe these dogs yesterday. And then he was supposed to bathe the dogs today. And here it is, almost 9 o'clock when he starts to go to work, and the dogs are still not bathed. I'm going to knock him the fuck out. Where's blood type B? Fats always goes word for word with me. He's just a. Everybody in this house thinks they deserve to have the last word. That includes the dogs. That also includes the humans. Jordy feels like he's supposed to have the last word. Fats feels like he's supposed to have the last word. Linka don't say nothing. The only time you hear anything from Linka is when it's bath time, because he hates taking a bath. Where's blood type B? I do smell lamb cooking, though. I smell lamb cooking. Where's blood type B? Speaking of lamb, we don't have no bees on here. We call it a night. It looks like we don't have no bees on here. Let me tell y'all about chicken, though, and then we'll wrap it up. Okay? Stop eating chicken. Everybody. If you're still eating chicken, please stop today. Make today your last day eating chicken. Oh, hi. There's always one creeping in the comments like, oh, it's me, I'm B. I was about to get off here. Okay, I'm going to talk about blood type B. Here's the thing, okay? The issues that blood type B deals with is lectin sensitivity. You are extremely sensitive to the lectins in all of the food. Lectins are just these little small proteins in the food, okay? Those lectins come in contact with our blood, and then it causes a chemical reaction to happen. As a blood type B, the number one thing that is hurting you is chicken. It doesn't matter if the chicken is organic or ghetto. It doesn't matter if it grew up in your backyard or the mean streets of Chicago. It's still chicken. It doesn't matter if you baked it, broiled it, fried it. It does not matter. It's still chicken. There is a lectin in the meat of chicken that when you consume it, attacks your bloodstream. I also cannot have it. I'm blood type AB. Okay? So as a blood type B and a blood type AB, we can never have chicken because the lectins in the chicken attacks our bloodstream, causing our red blood cells to clump together, creating blood clots, pulmonary embolisms, autoimmune diseases, and stroke. I've been telling y'all this for damn near 4 years. I just posted a video the other day where doctors talking about the link between chicken and autoimmune diseases. I've been telling y'all this for 4 years. How many of y'all have at least one autoimmune disease? How many of y'all got diabetes? If a man's estrogen is high, it triggers type 2 diabetes and prostate cancer. How would a man's estrogen get high? Chicken. Because chickens have 100 times the level of estrogen in its little body than we have in our full adult body. Estrogen is a growth hormone. There's no estrogen in soy. There's estrogen in chicken. Because estrogen is in living things, animals, humans. And chickens have the exact same sex hormones that humans have. So they have estrogen and testosterone just like humans do. But every single time you eat some chicken, you are literally filling your body with estrogen. Autoimmune diseases feed on estrogen. So you mean to tell me nobody here has an autoimmune disease? Nobody has lupus. Nobody has MS. Nobody has diabetes. Nobody? Because 50 million Americans has at least one autoimmune disease, and 80% of those are women. Why is that? Because 70% of all women in America over the age of 35 has what's known as estrogen dominance. Meaning your estrogen levels are high. Did you know a 10-year-old little black girl has higher estrogen levels than a grown white woman? This is why black little girls start their periods at 7, 8, 9, 10 years old, because you have been giving them chicken since they had those two front teeth. You started them off with baby formula. As a blood type B, your kids were never supposed to drink baby formula because baby formula is estrogen. Well, let me clarify. Baby formula is soy. And as a blood type B and a blood type A, when you drink soy, it causes your body to produce more estrogen. It doesn't have estrogen in it. Okay? As a blood type A and AB, we benefit from soy because we're the complete opposite of O and B. Okay? So when you start your kids off drinking soy milk, which is your baby formula, then by the time they start teething, you're sticking a chicken bone in their mouth. Then by the time they got some teeth, you're running them over to get those chicken nuggets, them Happy Meals at the McDonald's. And then now that they have a full mouth of teeth, they're eating chicken at school. You're making chicken at home 3-4 times a week. You're just giving them a steady diet of estrogen. Is there no wonder that they have an autoimmune disease? Is it no wonder that their period starts at 10? By the time they're 14, your doctor's convincing you to put them on birth control because their periods are so heavy, and this is going to help to stabilize their periods. By the time they're 21, they got PCOS or they got fibroids, and now it's time to get a hysterectomy. Well, when we drill it all down and we reverse engineer it, what's the culprit? Estrogen. Where are you getting all this estrogen? Oats. Oats raise your estrogen too. What are y'all putting in them baby bottles? That oat cereal that you put in all the baby bottles. What else raises your estrogen? Liquor. Liquor raises your estrogen too. If you're blood type O and blood type B, soy raises your estrogen. You know what else raises your estrogen? Stress. And y'all have the same fight or flight that blood type A has. So y'all have a steady stream of cortisol in your bloodstream all day, every day, which makes y'all naturally stressed. So you got high cortisol, high estrogen. That's a perfect storm for autoimmune diseases. And blood type B has the highest population of diabetics in the world. The world, Craig. What else is giving y'all all this lectin sensitivity? The symptoms for lectin sensitivity is swollen and painful joints, inflammation, gut issues, hormonal fluctuations, neurological problems, skin problems. Which one does your husband have of those problems? What are the other foods that are giving you all the inflammation and the gut issues and all that? Corn, buckwheat, wheat, sesame, amaranth, soy, and rye. Blood type A, that was hard, but after a while, I don't even miss them. Good. What's messing up your liver function? Skin issues? It's chicken. My son had horrible acne, horrible skin since he was 10, 11. Just inflamed, man boobs, the whole thing. Stopped eating chicken, all of that went away. Skin is as clear as mine. Hair started growing like weeds. Just naturally lost all of that inflammation. Body composition just completely changed. You eat it 4 times a week. Everything is going to change for you the minute you drop that chicken. Everything. You're going to feel different in the first 3 days. Because chicken was literally killing me. I couldn't even get out of the bed. I was in pain from head to toe. Just inflamed. And on the third day of not eating chicken, I had lost 6 pounds in the first 3 days. Just not eating chicken, because it's going to keep you inflamed. And it doesn't matter what you do, no kind of workout, no type of calorie cutting. If you're still eating the foods that cause you to be inflamed, you're going to be inflamed. Any tips for clear skin for O's? Eat for your blood type. Your skin will clear up. You will never have clear skin if you're eating foods that make your gut bacteria bad. Clear skin is an inside job. It is not whatever you're slathering on your face. Oh, wash your face 10 times a day. And How many of y'all skin cleared up after you started eating for your blood type? Put in the comments. Because this wasn't my skin before I started eating according to my blood type. I looked older in my 40s than I look now at 56. Watch. I looked way older in my 40s. No konjac flour, which has a lot of plant-based foods. So hold on. Another thing that blood type B is susceptible to is liver dysfunction. Your liver is the largest detox organ in your body. So if your liver is not functioning properly, it also cannot cycle out excessive levels of estrogen. That's another way your estrogen levels go up, if your liver's not functioning properly. The other time when I quit eating sugar, your skin, because you're not supposed to have sugar at all. As a blood type O, what's at the root of all your problems? Say it again. Sugar. Ta-da! It's really not rocket science, folks. If everybody sitting here stopped eating foods that turn into sugar in your body, everything will change for you. You don't need to eat. You don't need to start reading no labels, because you shouldn't be eating that with labels. How many labels is on beef? How many labels is on broccoli? How many ingredients is in beef? 1. How many ingredients is in broccoli? 1. How many ingredients is in onions? 1. How many ingredients is in collard greens? 1. So when people be coming to me like, oh, I started reading labels. First of all, half the shit on the label, you don't even know what it does. You don't even know what it does in your body. Secondly, if it has more than 2-3 ingredients, then it's processed. Nobody should be eating no processed foods. If y'all get back to eating the whole foods that will fully digest in your body, everything will change for you. That's it. You ain't got to measure nothing. Ain't nobody sitting here measuring nothing. Y'all done lost 7 to 10 pounds in the first week of doing this, and you didn't measure nothing. You ain't count no macros, no micros. You weren't doing no shakes. You weren't doing no working out. You weren't doing any of that, because none of that is going to alleviate inflammation from your body. Okay? The reason that you are inflamed is because you are eating the wrong foods for your blood type. The reason that you have acne is just inflammation. When you have bumps on your face, that's inflammation. So what's messing up your liver function? Lentils, black beans, black-eyed peas, mung beans, artichokes, and aloe. They got y'all out here eating all these damn beans. First of all these beans are high in saturated fats. Vegetables and beans, legumes have more lectins than all the other foods. The lectins in the food is the problem. So these people got y'all out here eating these vegan diets, getting your protein from beans that are inflaming you, causing y'all to have skin problems, causing y'all to have hormonal fluctuations, especially them damn chickpeas. Do you know what happens when you eat chickpeas? Same thing that happens to you when you eat corn. It stops your body from making insulin. And you got dusty hoteps out here that haven't washed their dreads in 6 months telling y'all that y'all should be getting your protein from chickpeas. You taking health advice from a person wearing a crochet shirt. So let's talk about this hyperassimilator tendency that blood type B has. We all have different levels and types of bacteria in our gut. We all have this bacteria called alpha glucosidase. That is a strain of bacteria. However, blood type B has a higher level of alpha glucosidase bacteria. Guess what that specific bacteria does in your body? It breaks down digestive resistant starches, turns them into sugar, and then stores them as fat in your body. That is why blood type B has the highest population of diabetics in the world. Because when they test you for diabetes, guess what they're testing? Your alpha glucosidase bacteria levels. And then they prescribe you prescription drugs that are alpha glucosidase inhibiting drugs. Go look at the popular diabetes drugs. They are designed to inhibit your alpha glucosidase bacteria in your gut. My body itches when it gets too cold, overheated, or when working out. Do you still have your thyroid, Shanice? Guess what's making your alpha glucosidase bacteria high as a blood type B? Peanuts, tomatoes, soy, cashews, cornstarch, black pepper, poppy seeds, pinto beans, maltodextrin, and rhubarb. These are the things that could be at the root of y'all having diabetes. So how do you reverse your diabetes? Immediately eliminate that stuff. Start eating just the red meat that you're supposed to eat and the vegetables and the fruits that you're supposed to eat. That's how you reverse your diabetes. You can reverse your diabetes in the next 30 days. What is making your gut bacteria super angry? Sorghum, peanuts, sucrose, dextrose, carrageenan, distilled liquor, and acacia. That's what's giving you bad gut bacteria. Okay? How do we turn this around for blood type B? Jordan, how are you going to give them a bath now? Yeah, I'm minding business.
Yeah, mine's yours.
Well, Fat's getting a bath is mine. Better get it before you get in this bed. Hi, Bubba. Hi. What about high blood pressure for blood type B? Well, I've said it 87,000 times, Miss Darkeisha. You have to stop eating carbohydrates. Carbohydrates is making you insulin resistant. Insulin resistance is causing your arteries and your veins to get smaller and smaller, and that is what puts pressure on your heart and sends your blood pressure up. So how do you reverse your high blood pressure? Stop eating carbohydrates. Blood type B can't have no wheat. That means pasta, bread, oats. Y'all can't have that stuff. All of that stuff turns into sugar. Anybody will, no matter what your blood type is, if you want to get off of those prescription drugs and never have high blood pressure again, stop eating carbohydrates altogether. And do not come here and ask me, well, what's a carbohydrate? You know what the carbohydrate is. You can't be sitting around eating no ramen noodles, because ramen noodles is wheat, spaghetti, macaroni and cheese, all wheat. Your doctor is never going to tell you how to get off of prescription drugs. His entire job depends on you staying on prescription drugs. Your blood pressure has nothing to do with you eating salt. Nothing. What's up, Phil? Your blood pressure actually will stay high if you are not eating salt. So why did your doctor tell y'all to eat a sodium restricted diet? So your blood pressure can stay high. See you, Sam. See you next time. Your blood pressure is not up because you're stressing out. Your blood pressure is up because you are eating carbohydrates. My mom ate spaghetti every fucking day. Every day. Phil knows that. Why was my mom's blood pressure, her blood pressure so high? She would make us dinner and she would make herself a personal size spaghetti every day. Why did my brother stroke out? You know what he's eating every day? Chinese food. Every day. My mother stroked out at 41. My brother stroked out at 28. If you want your blood pressure to be normal, you have to cut out sugar. All of those things turn into sugar in your body. Okay? Miss Darkeisha, I need you to snatch your husband up. He can't have no more sandwiches. He can't have no more ramen noodles. He can't have no more spaghetti. He can't have no more breakfast cereal. Everything that y'all eat for breakfast is wheat. Everything that y'all eat for breakfast turns into sugar in your body. Everything. And the people that make breakfast foods know that. They know that. So everything that you guys are eating is setting you up for future disease. That's it. That's the entire purpose. That is the entire purpose of them trying to get us to eat processed foods every day. Because they know in the next 10 years, you're going to have a disease that they're going to be able to profit off of. If you start listening to your body and eat when your body is hungry and not when it is thirsty, then you will eat when you're hungry. I haven't eaten a thing today, and it is 8:52. You know what I've had today? This is a second one of these, and I had this pot of tea. Your body cannot possibly process no 3 meals in a day. Absolutely not. The number one problem that all of y'all have is that you're eating too much food. And then when you get to a point where you're sick of yourself, you start starving your body. Oh, I'm going to start fasting. You're the one that caused the problem, and now you want to punish your body because you done overloaded it with 3 meals a day. By the time your body is just working through the first meal, you're going to pile another meal on top of that. Here, process that too. Can you imagine sitting in a cubicle at work and you got a stack of papers you're trying to work through, and you get it down to here, and your boss comes and puts another stack of paper on top of it, now it's here? You done worked your way down to here, and he comes and puts another stack of papers. Now your stack of papers is this high. That's y'all putting meals in your body 3 times a day. And then 2 snacks. Let's not forget the 2 snacks. Your body's like, bitch, you're not even hungry. You're eating out of habit. We have been brainwashed as Americans to overeat. Why? Because it leads to future disease. That's why they have 3 sets of food: breakfast food, lunch food, dinner food. That's why y'all still, well, what can I have for breakfast? What you had for dinner. Why can't you eat some leftovers from last night if you wake up hungry? And really, you don't need to eat nothing until it's the afternoon. So tomorrow morning, I want y'all to get up and drink some damn water. Drink you a glass of lemon water when you wake up tomorrow. I guarantee you, you will not be hungry until past 12. Okay? Half the time when y'all think you're hungry, it's thirsty. Because they made y'all think that these pains that you're feeling are hunger pains. Really, you're dehydrated. You're not even hungry. You're just brainwashed. You're taught, you're trained to eat according to a clock. Your whole life revolves around the clock because you have been trained. Grandma, you need to go get your foods list and quit fucking around. Why do you have alopecia? You have heard me talk about this. If you're the same grandma I know from TikTok, you done heard me talk about this for over a year. Ain't no reason your hair should be falling out, ma'am. So anywho, how do we turn this around for blood type B? Here's why blood type B is so lucky. Because blood type B gets to not only have red meat, but they also get to have cultured dairy products. Y'all benefit from sour cream, Greek yogurt, ricotta cheese, kefir, cottage cheese, mozzarella cheese, farmer's cheese, feta cheese, and paneer. Why is it that blood type B and AB benefits from cultured dairy? Because the sugar that is in cow's milk is the same sugar that's on our red blood cells. Remember when I told you guys that antigens are just little sugars on the outside of our red blood cells? Well, the same sugar that's in cow's milk is the same sugar that's on our blood cells. They match. Now, there's always a bee that comes and says, I'm lactose intolerant. Yeah, because you're not supposed to be eating orange cheese because that's unnatural. Milk is white. How'd your cheese get yellow? How'd your cheese get orange? If milk is white, why is your cheese orange? And no, you're not supposed to be eating ice cream because why? Sugar. Okay. What is the protein for blood type B? Lamb, goat, venison, deer, mutton, rabbit, all the other red meats is what y'all benefit from. My son lost 60 pounds in 6 months just eating lamb every day. He would make his little lamb chili. He would make his lamb roast. The most overrated thing on the market is lamb chops. We don't even buy lamb chops. You need to buy your lamb roast and slice it up into steaks. That's going to go a lot farther than you buy some lamb chops. Can't stand a lamb chop. So hold on. You also benefit from lots of fish: salmon, mackerel, cod, sardines. Like, honestly, blood type B is the most well-rounded of all of the blood types. Guess who had a bath? This is their ritual. They're going to come through here and wrestle and try to get spit all over each other because they don't want to smell fresh. Hold on. What's going to improve your liver function? Mustard greens, beet greens, green tea, licorice root tea, parsnips, curry powder, and ginger root. Y'all literally lose inflammation and help your liver function with curried goat and curried lamb. Okay. So what is going to blunt that alpha glucosidase bacteria? What is going to bring that bacteria into check? Mushrooms, silver dollar, enoki and maitake, whey protein shakes, blueberries, Brussels sprouts, blackberries, and grapes. If you are a blood type B, go get you a whey protein shake from the site. I actually have the weight loss bundles on sale, and that includes the protein shakes. So as a blood type O and blood type A, you guys benefit from plant-based protein. You cannot have whey because whey is dairy. And blood type B and AB can have whey protein. You're welcome. I'll be back tomorrow. So come back. And what is going to make your gut bacteria super happy as a blood type B? Brewer's yeast, cabbage, and molasses. So just put a spoonful of molasses in your tea. Get it in there. It makes your gut bacteria super happy. Okay. So we're done with blood type B. Make sure you guys go and get your foods list at brewitbaby.com, like brew tea, brewitbaby.com. Okay. Is there a blood type AB here? Because if not, I can call it a night and we can just come back tomorrow. I'm the only AB, right? Going once, going twice. Sold. I already know what I'm supposed to do. So I will be back again tomorrow. Come say goodbye, Fats. Come here, Bubba. Oh, hello. I know Fats looks very sleek, but he has very long hair. I think he has what Jordy calls a double layer of hair. So he's a very hairy guy, even though he looks very sleek. Oh, you're an AB? Damn it. Thought I was done. All right, Miss J Knox. I got you, girl. I got you, girl. It's me and you. We ABs. I got you, girl. Come on. Let's go ahead and run it. Let me hurry up. Because I only get 4 hours on Instagram. So it's only going to take us a good 5 minutes because we already done talked about the major stuff. Okay. So blood type AB is a hybrid of A and B. So we have both the A. Okay. I will be here around 5 o'clock my time, which is 8 o'clock y'all's time tomorrow. I might try to get on here earlier though. I'll try. But I had a lot of work to do today. At the latest, 5. Okay. Or I could wrap it up right now. Make sure you go get your foods list. Okay. What T5? What is that? What are you saying, Phil? Hold on. You want me to finish today, Miss Knox, or you coming back tomorrow? I can start off with AB tomorrow because it only takes like 5 minutes to do AB. We'll start off with AB tomorrow, okay? It only takes us a good 5 minutes. Because we're very similar to A and B. And I just talked about B. So I will let y'all go. No, I'm going to go because I haven't eaten anything and I'm going to get cranky and start cussing people out. So I'm going to go and then I'm going to come back tomorrow fresh. Okay? So I'll be back tomorrow around 5 o'clock, 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern time. So make sure you guys come back. Bring your notepads. You can take some copious notes. You just woke up. Good morning over there in the UK. But I'll be back tomorrow. Okay? I love you guys. Look, they're going to be fighting. Bye. It's about to be a gladiator. Bless you. It's about to be a gladiator cage match. right now. See you guys tomorrow night. Bye. Oh.